I don't want to hear your pitiful excuses.
Well, I thought it was a steamy pile of garbage. I can't believe you don't see it. What are you, Helen Keller? Good evening, everyone. Welcome to FilmSnobbery Live. I am your host, the film snob, Nic Baisley. We've got a phenomenal show for you tonight. So much is going on. I'm awesome. Now, you guys, you probably noticed just by looking around here on the set, things have changed a little bit. We're broadcasting now in high def and also have the ability to do live green screening and a whole bunch of other great features thanks to our new partners over at Telestream. Thank you for providing us with some new software to help us broadcast to our audience, and we're just so happy and thrilled to be partners with you guys. So thank you for Telestream for helping us out there. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a phenomenal show. We've got a man who he has appeared in over 30 different television shows and in numerous films. He's probably best known for his roles in Freaks and Geeks and in the recent Inglourious Bastards. For the last 5 years, he's performed in Acker and Blacker's monthly show, The Thrilling Adventure and Supernatural Suspense Hour in Los Angeles. And he can currently be seen in IFC's Made for Each Other in the upcoming film Columbus Circle. And of course, he's here to help promote his new movie that is going to be at the Egyptian Theater Tuesday, April 13th. The movie, directed by Amber Benson and Adam Bush, Mr. Samm Levine, and his movie Drones. So we are going to show you guys real quick the trailer for Drones. But first, I want to introduce, as always, my co-host, Mr. Jerry Cavallero. He's got a little quick word to say. Jerry?
Hi, everyone. It's great to be co-hosting it again. I hope you like the new look of the show. We have a little contest for First Films. Basically, I just want you all to tweet out what I'm going to write in the chat right now, and first person to tweet wins a 1-year subscription to Movie Maker magazine. So, sending it right now. And now, with this new setup, you can actually copy and paste it, so you don't have to be quickest typer like it's been in the past. So, first one to tweet it out wins. Good luck.
All right, so Jerry's going to throw that up right now into the chat, and while that loads, all right, awesome. So what we're going to do, actually, Jerry, is how about we're going to go play the trailer for Drones, and when we get back, we're going to talk with the man himself, Mr. Samm Levine, and then we'll also, when we do that, we'll also announce the winner of that contest. How's that?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment, but first, Drones.
What is your plan for Earth?
Oh boy. I was sent here as part of an advanced team to observe your planet.
Boring.
Also, I'm supposed to alert my people when the Earth is ready.
Ready for invasion?
No.
Good.
Destruction.
Huh.
What's on my mind is you and Amy? Something? Question mark?
It's a big leap from flirting all day to actually doing something.
Is it a leap you want to take?
No, it's because she's strange because you're strange. Remember that.
You're from Earth?
Yes, I am from Earth. Well, I would say it is not the sort of thing a person does if a person wants to keep his job.
If the staff isn't free to make the occasional mistake, woe to the workplace.
Don't slip past the close, Cooperman.
You know how there are other planets?
Yeah?
9 that you know about and some that you don't?
So who else in the office is an alien?
Guess.
She's human. No, she's not.
She's human enough for me. Smitten.
You will definitely explode.
Pull off your face.
Pull off my face?
Just pull it off, just a little bit. Just this much. Put it right back.
Stop, I can't just pull off my face.
Were you just telling the copy machine about us?
Is that crazy, like a crazy person?
Sure it is.
Kill him and hide the body and leave town. Lunch later?
Yes.
High five.
High five.
Amy is an outer space alien from outer space. What is it with you guys?
I'm not overreacting.
I am a person. People have emotion. I got work to do. It's just regular work, though, not blowing up a planet where a person keeps all of his stuff.
You are a prick, and you're mean.
What do you care?
I'm sorry I freaked out.
I'm sorry I'm a secret alien.
What would happen?
Then you're all meep, Zorp.
What was that?
Alien noise.
That's not what we sound like. We sound like, hey, Brian, how's it going?
We'll do ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Samm Levine.
Oh, well, thank you very much for the lovely intro. I hope everyone enjoyed the trailer.
I watched this trailer probably 6 or 7 times now, and I actually really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Hopefully, you had just as much fun making it as it looks.
Oh, absolutely. It was a 3.5 week long party we had down in Baton Rouge making that thing.
So, how did you actually get involved with drones?
Well, okay, it starts with Acker and Blacker, who do the Thrilling Adventure Hour that we've done, as a live show here in Los Angeles for the past 5 years. And so they, let's see, it was friends of Adam Bush and Amber Benson had a friend who lives down near New Orleans in Louisiana. And after Katrina happened, Louisiana, their film industry, they got these amazing tax breaks to help bring more work down there. And so this guy, Jordan Kessler, set up shop immediately, taking advantage of those tax breaks, and started cranking out a whole bunch of movies, independents, but so quickly because he was able to with these great tax breaks. And he said to Adam, do you guys have any movies you want to make? Because I'm slated to make like 5 with this one production company. And he said, yeah, let me get back to you. And then called Acker and Blacker, said, do you guys have a script? And they said, yeah, we do. Give us a few days. And then I think about a week later, they turned in drones. And then I think approximately 2 weeks after that, we were down in Louisiana shooting.
Wow, so that actually happened really quickly for you then.
Yes, very quickly.
And so, especially over the past few years, your career has really kind of gone on a huge upswing. Are you just one of those actors who's out there just pounding the pavement all the time, doing stuff, or have you found that, due to your longevity in the industry, a lot of roles are now just being offered to you? Certainly I'm getting more offers these days than I was, years ago. But I would say typically the offers, that come either come to me with people I've already worked with, or people who I maybe know but haven't worked with but have, existing relationships with. So I mean that's certainly nice. And occasionally I will get, offers from productions for people I don't really know. But yeah, no, I mean it's kind of one of those things. I think you said it, where it's just longevity. It's like the longer you stay, in town doing your thing, the more opportunities you have, the more of a chance that other people get to know you and know who you are and want to hire you. Now, you're on Facebook and Twitter, and you use that, I'm sure, to keep in touch with your fans and let them know what's going on. Has that actually helped you at all? That whole kind of social media network thing, has it really kind of helped you in your career to get roles, or have you at least helped you reconnect with people in the industry?
So far, not really. So far, it's mostly been a thing just for me to communicate with fans. But I mean, I've certainly heard, from other friends of mine who are on Facebook who say, this producer who saw me in, this TV show I did sent me an email on Facebook because he wants me to read a script and he thinks, there's a part for me in it. And I think, wow, that's great. What a, way to go, Facebook. But so far for me, it's been mostly fan stuff, which is fine. I mean, I've gotten, I would say kind of the annoying factor is I use it to try to communicate with fans, but then I'll get emails from people all over the country, in some cases all over the world, who are like, hey, would you read my script and see if you can help me get it produced? And it's like, no, I cannot help you get your script produced. I don't have that kind of clout. And I'm flattered you want my opinion, but I can offer you nothing other than the opinion of a guy who reads a lot of scripts. And, it's like my agent manager send me scripts that came through them, and it's like I have to get to those first. But, right. So, I mean, that's kind of, it's not an annoyance like, oh, I hate it. It's kind of an annoyance like I feel bad that, like, I can't do that for everyone, but I wish I could.
No, there's only just so much Sam to go around.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not a tall guy, It's I'm spreading myself a little thin these days.
So, you recently were just involved in a huge production. Of course, everyone knows you now from Inglourious Basterds. If they didn't know you from before that, to the many other roles that you've had. all in kind of getting you on people's radars for larger roles or anything like that, or is it talk to me? How's that helped you out?
Oh, no, it's definitely helped me out. I mean, you can't put a price on the kind of exposure that you can get from being in an Oscar-nominated or an Academy Award-winning film. I mean, and even without that, it's a Tarantino film. Like, he doesn't release movies that, people miss. When he releases a movie, everyone is going to see that movie.
How did you even get hooked up with Quentin on that? I mean, did someone go directly to you and say, like, you have to cast Samm Levine, he'd be perfect in this role because he's, he just kind of fits the profile of what these bastards are, or was he more of a, was it more of an auditioning type of process?
Well, I'll tell you how it happened. I met Quentin many, many years ago. I kind of seeked him out at a place where I knew I could find him. The green room at Jimmy Kimmel Live. And this was when he was promoting Kill Bill 1 and 2. And I knew from talking to Judd Apatow, who produced Freaks and Geeks, that Quentin was a fan of Freaks and Geeks. And so I knew, all right, maybe I'll have a little bit of an in to start a conversation with him. So when I got to the green room, I started up a conversation, and he was very receptive, and we had a really great talk. And then we talked for like 90 minutes, and he was like, "Well, hey man, I hope we get to work together someday." And I said, "Yeah, that'd be amazing." And then lo and behold, 5 years later, when he was casting Inglourious Basterds, he was doing these general meetings with actors in LA, and I called my agent. I said, "I just heard about these general meetings Quentin is doing. I need to get in there." And they're like, "Yeah, no, don't worry, we'll put a call in." I went, No, do it right now while I'm on hold. Yeah. And so they did, and then later that day they called me back and said, yeah, we got you in. Quentin's going to see you on Friday. And so I went in on Friday and just met with him, talked to him for a few minutes, and he remembered me, and we just kind of just chatted a little bit. And then he said, "Well, hey man, here's the script. Read it over the weekend. I want you to come back in on Monday and read for some of these parts." And so that's exactly what I did. I went back in the Monday and read with Quentin, and then like 2 weeks later they called me and said, "Yeah, Quentin wants to talk for Sam part."
So it's kind of like you had almost a little bit of a mix of, it was a whole working with your friends type of situation, but, obviously you still kind of had to have a somewhat of a standard audition, or at least a read type of thing to make sure that the role fit. That sounds really good. Now you've had this long career, and you're still such a young guy, which is awesome. So I love that. Even after all these years, is John Francis Daley still peeved that you got all the best lines in Freaks and Geeks?
I'm sorry, one more time?
It was John Francis Daley still, is he still pissed off that you got all the best lines in Freaks and Geeks?
I don't think I did. I think Martin Starr got all the best lines on Freaks and Geeks.
I'd say there's a bit of a tie there. And you guys have all three of you, and almost everyone in that show has gone on to do phenomenally well. I got to tell you, by the way, thank you for being a part of that, because I loved that show. It really struck a nerve with me. What got you into acting? I mean, that wasn't your first role, was it?
That was my first big role. Yeah, that was my first role with anything really to do. What got me into it was when I was a kid, growing up in northern New Jersey, right outside of Manhattan, and I wanted to be a stand-up comedian. And I started doing stand-up at bar mitzvahs, my buddy's bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs when I was 12. And then Lisa Kudrow, who was then on Friends in its first season, was in attendance at one of these bar mitzvahs, and I did stand up after at the reception, and then she came over and asked me if I was an actor, and I said no, and she said, "Oh, you should be. You seem like you have the talent for it." So I went home and said, "Ma, Lisa Kudrow said I got to be an actor, so get on that." And so we bought a copy of Backstage magazine, which is the big New York actors magazine and newspaper, and we found an ad for a manager who specifically managed kids who did stand-up, and so I went in and met with him. His name was Sid Gold, my first manager, and he was phenomenal. He started sending me out to comedy clubs and started getting me auditions, and that's how it started.
If you weren't acting right now, what would you be doing?
Oh boy, I don't know, robbing liquor stores.
Fair enough. So what, you know, I keep going back to the fact that you started out very young, and you know, you've really grown and matured as an actor, and you're getting such great roles. But what's the most valuable lesson you've learned in your career so far?
Oh wow, that's a good question. I would say the most valuable lesson is a wise actor friend of mine once said, "You'll never encounter the same production twice, but you will continue to encounter the same people." And that's kind of it's a really, you know, kind of food for thought. Whenever you're on a set and maybe things aren't going your way, that's the thing I think about. It's like, I don't want to pick this fight. I'm not going to go down this road because, you know, I may win the fight with this particular production, but then if I have to work with any of these people again later, they're going to remember that I, you know, did that stupid thing, or, you know, picked a fight over something really petty. And so just kind of, you know, look at the big picture.
It really is an industry of relationships, and it's a, you know, it's not. I don't even think necessarily it is a, you know, it's not a who you know. It's more of the who knows you type of situation, and or at least that's been my experience with other actors and actresses and stuff like that. You know, so. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my notes of I got so many questions. You're getting a lot more involved in the web now. You're even a part now of the Kevin Pollak Chat Show, and you and I were talking a little bit about that before the show here. Tell the audience a little bit how you actually got involved with that.
Oh, well, I've known Kevin. I mean, I met him initially in the year 2000 at the Friars Club roast of Rob Reiner. And then we talked a little bit, but we didn't keep in touch or anything. And then in 2008, he kind of seeked me out. He looked me up. And it turned out we had the same manager, and we got to talking. He kind of wanted to do like a web shorts with me. And we talked about it. Unfortunately, we never got around to doing it because we were just having too much fun hanging out. But then when he told me he was doing this chat show a little over a year ago, he asked me to be one of his first guests. It was me and LeVar Burton were the guests on his first episode. And I went and we did the show, and it was so much fun. And then I came back the next week just to kind of, you know, watch the show and help out a little bit. And then that was it. I was hooked. I've been showing up every week, whether he asked me to or not.
So it's he can't get rid of you now.
No, absolutely not. They cannot keep me from appearing on that show.
And what about what's going on with the Thrilling Adventure and Supernatural Suspense Hour?
Well, that can be seen every month here in Los Angeles at Largo at the Coronet. You can go to their website, largo-la.com. We are usually the first Friday or Saturday of every month. And it's a really incredible show. And Common Rotation, the band that Adam Bush is the lead singer of, plays at almost every show, and they're fantastic. And I urge everyone in the Los Angeles area to come check that show out. And even if you don't live in the Los Angeles area, come visit just to see that show.
I think that I'm going to go see a show actually when I'm out in LA this coming weekend while I attend the First Glance Film Festival. You've got another thing that's going on there, and you guys can out there go check it out on babblegum.com. It's a little thing called Vamped Out.
That's right, Vamped Out.
What's up with that?
Yeah, what's up with that? Well, that is a web series that was created and written by Kevin Pollak and Jason Antoon, who is a hilariously funny actor-writer. He and Kevin were in the film Middlemen together, which I think is coming out soon. But they become friends, and they had this idea. You know, what if you were a vampire, a real-life vampire, and you couldn't get work, and you were also an actor, and you couldn't get work playing a vampire? And so that's kind of the notion they ran with, and it is hilariously funny. There's so many good people involved in this web series, and we're having a little premiere for it, I guess, here in LA this Friday, but then I think everyone can see it on battlegum.com starting this upcoming Monday.
Yeah, I'm actually really hoping I can actually attend that premiere, and it would be great to hopefully shake your hand in person, and then you can tell me
likewise.
how horrible an experience this was for you. But you have another big screening coming up. We mentioned it a little bit on the show here. You also have a exclusive screening of Drones that includes a screening, a Q&A with the cast, moderated by Kevin Pollak, with an after party that is going to have Dan Byrne in common rotation playing live. And
if you live in LA, you are a fool to not be there.
You are not only a fool to not be there. I'm going to make it even easier for the people to be there, because we're actually going to give away. If you live in the LA area, we are going to give away 2 free VIP passes to that screening. How's that?
That is fantastic.
So,
and I happen to know those are worth at least $100.
So there you go. Now this is a charity screening in conjunction with 826LA, isn't it?
That is absolutely correct. Yes, that is why it costs $100 per ticket, because 100% of that money is going to charity. 826LA is a wonderful organization here in Los Angeles. They help tutor young kids, and they work with them to work on creative writing, and it's a really great group of people. And we've done some stuff with them before, and so 100% of the proceeds from the premiere that we are doing go to them.
That's phenomenal. I always love it when people like yourself and other actors, actresses, and directors and stuff like that get involved with charity, because it's just it's good karma, and it's just, it helps everyone out, and especially with 826LA, they're there to they're helping with writing, creative writing, stuff like that, and obviously Hollywood needs more of that. But yeah, everyone definitely go check that out. That's Tuesday, April 13th, 2010, obviously. So it's this Tuesday. Doors open at 6:45 p.m. The movie starts at 7:30 at the Egyptian Theater in Hollywood. Now we've got a pair of VIP tickets to go to that, and I think that how we're going to give that out. Now, unfortunately, you guys have to be in LA. So if you're in LA, what I want you to do is I want you to tweet out. I want you to tweet something out. Jerry, actually, I think you've got something for us, right? Let's see if Jerry's listening. No? All right, fine. Forget it. I'll do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you guys we're going to have you tweet out catch up with @Samm Levine. I'll even put it here. Catch up with @Samm Levine at the let's go in LA for @Drones Movie. Or is it Drones? Yeah, is it Drones Movie? I was right. @Drones Movie. Courtesy of @FilmSnobbery, and also @826LA. There we go. And hopefully that fits into 140, because I wasn't paying attention to the count. But the first person to tweet that out or to retweet that, whatever, and you live in LA, contact me after the show, Nic@FilmSnobbery.com, and I will forward the details for that to you, and I'll get your details, and we'll straighten that out. It's going to be fun stuff. Hi, Jerry. Nice to see you back. You're a little late.
Yeah, thanks for cutting me off. Thanks for cutting me off in the middle of giving the contest info.
We didn't hear anything, so sorry, man. But anyways, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back real quick to Mr. Samm Levine here. I have a quick question about working with Amber Benson and Adam Bush on Drones. And is it easier being directed by actors?
Absolutely. Although, because once you've done acting, you know what the most helpful and direction is to hear, in terms of performance. And so, working with a director who's also been an actor, I think, is tremendously helpful. But with Adam and Amber, what they did was Adam was far more into working with the actors on performance stuff, and Amber was very into the technical aspect. So it was almost like I only really dealt with Adam for any sort of performance-based thing, and I would only hear from Amber if I had to make sure to be somewhere for a really complicated camera move.
Okay. So working with other actors, you kind of already know how to handle. They kind of already know where to put the camera so that it works for you, and you can kind of have a little bit of shorthand with that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So let's see here. We've got. I've got one more question for you for the night,
All right.
and I'm sure that this question is going to evolve over time as you get many more roles. But what has been your favorite role so far that you've had in your career?
Ooh, that is a good question. I mean, that's an ever-changing answer. So as far as right now, man, I got to be honest. I love the role I play in Drones. Clark he's one of my favorite characters I've ever gotten to do. And I'm really proud of the character. I'm really proud of the film. I really hope that someday, very soon, it will be released in a way that anyone who wants to see it can see it. But I just had so much fun playing that character because Acker and Black are right for the actors who are going to play the parts. They write for us so well, and I'm really proud of that.
All right. Let's see here. I'm looking around to see from some of the tweets here, and I'm probably going to have to have Jerry check that out. Jerry, do you happen to know who won who was the L.A. or the California person who won the contest? I'm looking here, and it looks like there could be so many, but I think maybe Nathan might be the closest.
Actually, it depends. Before I got cut off, I said a little bit of the contest, and it seems like some people heard it because First Glance Film actually tweeted out what I said the contest was, and then Nathan, and then First Glance Film tweeted out your contest. So First Glance Film was the first, but I don't know. It's kind of murky.
Yeah, but we can't give it to the First Glance Film Festival. That's silly. I would like to give it to a great director by the name of Nathan Cole, who directed a movie called The Waterhole, who's actually a Los Angeles native. And you know what? I think I'm gonna pull I'm gonna pull rank on this one, and I'm gonna give it to him.
Well, sure. Definitely have Nathan come say hello to me at Sin Premiere.
I will definitely make sure he does that, and if he doesn't, I will beat him mercilessly for it. But Sam, thanks again so much for coming on the show. We really greatly appreciate it. Thank you for sharing, what little time I'm sure you have with my audience.
My absolute pleasure.
And I really hope that I have an opportunity to shake your hand in person this coming week, this week, and I look forward to everything that you're going to do in the future because there's pretty much nothing that you haven't done that I haven't enjoyed.
Oh my gosh, you are so sweet. I'm sure my mother told you to say all that, so thank you very much. That was very nice of you.
She called me before the show. She said be a mensch and mention all this.
She said be nice to him. He's a little sensitive.
Exactly. See, you called me on it. Now myself and Mrs. Levine, we're gonna have to forget about it. So thanks, Sam, again, and you have yourself a great night, and congratulations on Drones. And again, if you can't see it in L.A. at the Egyptian Theater this Tuesday, you can also see it over at the Florida Independent Film Festival coming up. What's the date on that? Do you know it exactly off the top of your head, Sam?
The 16th, yes. So a week from this Friday, the 16th of April, we will be there.
Yep, and then shortly thereafter, I don't know if you'll be there, Sam, but you can also check out Drones at the Boston Independent Film Festival up in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it up there.
If you can, that'd be great. If you like, I've got plenty of places for you to crash.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Sam. Hey, thanks a lot. You have yourself a great night, and we appreciate you coming on.
Thanks so much, guys. My pleasure.
Good night. So that was Samm Levine, and what a guy. He's awesome. I really can't thank him enough for coming on the show, taking the time to chat with us a little bit about his career. We've got some other stuff coming up, though, in the second half of the show that is going to blow you guys away. We have a contest that we're going to be giving away over $1,000 worth of software. And we also are going to be speaking with the head of the First Glance Film Festival, the director of Mr. Bill Ostroff. Recently, this past March, we actually had a month-long event of First Glance filmmakers here on FilmSnobbery Live, and what we did with that is we coordinated with Bill to have some people on, and now we're actually going to talk to him about a lot of what's going on in his career with the festival, how he manages it, and a few other little aspects there. So, first things first, though, before we actually introduce Mr. Ostroff, what we're going to do first is, Mr. Jerry, we have one other contest where if you get into this contest, it qualifies you for the big prize for tonight. So we have a small contest that'll get you into the larger contest. So Jerry, why don't you give the people out there a little bit of insight on that?
Are we giving away another one-year Movie Maker subscription?
You got it, sir. We are going to give away a one-year subscription to Movie Maker magazine. And you know what? Fret not if you guys don't actually win, because what happens is if you don't win, you get a you can always go to moviemaker.com/subscribe/filmsnobbery, and you can get a one-year subscription for only $6. Oh, and actually, I should mention.
I recommend you do that if you don't win.
Yes, I should mention one other thing. They're having a really kick-ass special right now too. It's not through us, but I really should mention that if you do go to Movie Maker magazine or moviemaker.com, you can go check them out because they actually have a lifetime subscription deal right now. I think normally a lifetime subscription is like $300. Right now they're doing it for $54. So I would definitely get involved with that because that is a phenomenal deal. And you'd be supporting a magazine for life that really does do well to support independent film as well. So sorry to cut you off on that one, Jerry, but that was a great deal. I really wanted to make sure the audience was aware.
That's fine. I'm all about spreading information to our audience. So for the contest to win a one-year subscription, just tweet out this message that I'm putting in the chat. It's Get Tickets Now for First Glance Hollywood with a link. April 9th through 11th, 2010, First Glance Film, hashtag I love First Glance Film. So just tweet it out. First person to tweet that out wins a one-year subscription to Movie Maker magazine.
Okay, so we're just going to wait for 1 second while someone does that. And Jerry, give us as soon as you have the info on that one, make sure you let me know. So.
Will do.
So that being said, we've got, we are going to be covering in LA live the First Glance Film Festival this weekend from the 9th to the 11th. It's going to be a real great time. There's going to be a whole lot of filmmakers there, some great original films, documentary shorts, the whole 9 yards. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to going out there. And if you're going to be in LA at all around that time, I highly recommend that we all hang out, because that's what we do. Another thing real quick, Jerry, how are you doing with the contest? Anything? Anyone?
1 second, I'm trying to load it. It's going very slow. This HD video is slowing down my computer immensely.
Of course it is. So that being said, while we're waiting for Jerry to do that, what I want to actually also talk to you guys about, I want to actually thank a couple of people. I want to thank Lance Weiler for having Jerry and I over at the DIY Days in New York City this past weekend. We had a really, really great time. I want to thank Lance Weiler. I want to thank all the other people who were there that approached us and spoke with us. I just had a phenomenal time, and it never amazes me more when someone comes up and goes like, you're the dude from FilmSnobbery, and I'm just like, you're the guy who watches. You're the one. DIY Days was awesome. I met a lot of people that are actually here in the chat room tonight. Miles Maker, I want to say hello to. I want to say hi to. I want to say hello to Marinelle and John Trigonis, who actually were there with us, and we all went out to eat along with Jerry and Pericles Loons from Pretentious Film Society, the Annapolis Pretentious Film Society, and Lucas McNelly and Raffi. A whole bunch of people. There's so many people there, and we just had such a great time. So let's see. We're giving away a subscription to Movie Maker magazine. You say, Jerry. So who's the main winner?
Apparently it's Stellar143. But has she won recently?
I think she won something recently, but you know what? I'm feeling so generous tonight. Let's give out 2 subscriptions. So I think there's another person who is new to Film Snobbery that I think might be also someone who tweeted up.
Next is I'm a Fanatic.
All right.
Who I believe is a new person. I look forward to, hopefully, they'll join us again.
All right, so
now with the subscription, we paid them off, so they have to.
There you go. So Stellar143, I'm going to need your information, and I'm Fanatic. Make sure you get me. Both of you can email me over at nick@filmsnobbery.com with your addresses and whatnot, and we'll make sure we get your Movie Maker subscriptions out to you as soon as possible. That being said, that also means, and I'm going to write it down right here, right here. So Stellar143 and I'm Fanatic. You guys are going to be put right now into the drawing for $1,000 worth of production software. So
you might want to put my name in there too.
Nah, I don't think we're going to be doing that at all. So our next guest, we got to go on. Our next guest is the director of the First Glance Film Festival and out in Hollywood and also in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's been a great friend of the show since we've started, and now are we just waiting for him to call in?
Yep.
Are we now?
Yes.
I see. So this is what I'm going to do, folks. Don't you? I love doing live shows. So this is what we're going to do. I'm actually going to call him. I'm going to call him because he hasn't called in yet. I'm going to call him.
He wrote, send me the number. He's in the chat.
Oh, bloody hell. Is he?
Yes, he is.
Well, all right. So call 508-499-3669. Bill. There we go. Although I probably should have personal messaged him on that, but oh well. So now we might get like 20 calls, and I hope not. So I appreciate everyone who's shown up tonight. By the way, for to watch us talk with Samm Levine and Bill Ostroff. Great stuff all around. Sam was such a great guy for coming on, and Bill. Now we got
Hello.
Bill. How you doing tonight, sir?
Good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming on the show. We've been trying to get you on all month, but you are a busy guy.
Yeah, Oh, great picture. Thanks.
Well, I was going with what I was working with,
Thanks.
Google Images.
No, really? You pulled that off of Google?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, you love that, huh? Well, it was either that or the one with you shirtless.
Ooh, yeah, we don't want that one.
No one wants that one. No, I'm kidding. So tell us a little bit about the First Glance Film Festival and a little bit of the history of it.
Oh, boy.
Come on.
Okay. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, I went to Temple University back east in Philly. And, we did some film stuff here and there, but there was really no avenue to get it outside of the school. So me and a couple of friends just decided, you know what, we'll just throw some money together and see if we can rent a place. We had this little basement place at the Bourse building that we used to do little productions and stuff like that. We decided to go there, and it seemed all good. And then we just did the one. And I didn't expect for there to be another.
And then?
Now, 23 film festivals later, we're celebrating our 10th anniversary in Hollywood, and in October we'll be doing our 13th in Philadelphia.
And what do you attribute a lot of the success of this bi-coastal film festival gig that you've got going on here? What's made you stand out from the other 5,000 festivals in the country?
I don't think it's us that stands out. It's the projects, and that's the thing we've always felt is that festivals don't exist without the filmmakers, and if the filmmakers don't make films, there's no film festivals. And I'm not talking about the Tribecas and the Cannes and the Sundances, because those are not film festivals. Those are really just film markets. What I've noticed in the past 13 years is that as technology has gotten easier and cheaper, that there's a lot more filmmakers out there that are making films.
One of our audience members, Kings of Fink, Julie and Jessica, ask their question is, what kind of audience do you try to cultivate for your film festival?
Well, we look for
people
the
with
folks
money
that really appreciate independent film, real independent film.
What's your definition of a real independent film? And I say this with a smirk on my face because you and I have talked about this forever.
Well, stuff like Chuck, obviously.
Wow.
Thank you.
No, I haven't seen it, don't know. But I just figured I could plug in there.
Don't take Nick's word for it.
Anyway.
Oh, that was funny. That was priceless. I'm going to be laughing at that the rest of the night. Thank you.
I wouldn't consider Avatar to be an independent film, although technically it was produced outside of the studios. Although if you were to go any time to Warner Brothers, you would see many, many stages that were Avatar. Right. So I really wouldn't consider that independent.
Fair enough. So your kind of definition is more of the truly independent film that the filmmaker. Go ahead.
Yeah, somebody who I mean, at this point now, people seem to be using crowdfunding a lot, but someone who's actually put their heart and their money behind their film, and a lot of independent filmmakers who are out there right now. The films that we show are mostly done with low budgets. Usually under, I would say for features, $500,000, and for short films, there's the animators that make them in their basements.
So we have another question from the audience here. This is Nathan asks, what sets you apart from other festivals in terms of how you treat your filmmakers?
Well, one of the things that we do, and if you've been through a First Glance Film Festival, if you've been in official selection, we actually, from the time we announce our official selections, we send out a weekly email to all of our filmmakers. We call our filmmakers, and we actually speak with them. We've talked with many a filmmaker who has said, hey, I got to do a film festival, but I didn't know until the day after my film showed. And we don't want that to happen, because the idea of crowdsourcing is the same thing that we try to do. We're a small film festival. We cannot afford to market everyone's film. But if everyone markets their film and we market our film festival, that's 30, 40, 50 people at one time, pushing one product.
Right. Right. What do you? I guess one of the questions I have is you've been doing this film festival on both coasts now for a while, and do you see a giant difference between the East Coast and the West Coast as far as in terms of audience or even the types of submissions that you get?
Yeah, I would say so. Obviously, when you have a festival in Hollywood, you get a lot more Los Angeles type projects, West Coast projects, and Philadelphia, vice versa. We get more New York, Philadelphia, East Coast projects. We tend to, and this is a secret that only you and the 40 so other people in the room know, we do tend to lean in one direction or the other depending on where we are at that part of the year. But that doesn't count out. We would not turn down a great project that comes out of Los Angeles at our Philadelphia festival, and we wouldn't turn down a great New York project that comes out for Hollywood.
Now, another part of what you do as part of your job as the director of the First Glance Film Festival is you're also involved in the screening process and the programming process for the the fests.
Yes.
What are some tips that you can give to some of the filmmakers out in the audience that will, I don't want to say give them a leg up, because I think a lot of it comes down to the movie itself, but what do you, as someone who watches a shit ton of movies in order to program them for your fest, what specifically do you look for?
Well, I think I broke 11,000 today. So that's quite a number. Those are short films too. I would say, we started a blog a couple of months ago. We're trying to give tips to filmmakers, especially first-time filmmakers. Silly things like, especially in production of your film, don't hire your mom to play your mom, unless it's Meryl Streep. One of the most important things, and one of the things that I find is one of the most aggravating things with first-time filmmakers, is they don't concentrate on sound. And I think that your sound mixer is probably your most important player on set, and bad sound will drive everyone crazy. A filmmaker can get away with not so great camera work if the sound is good.
No, I agree with that. I was actually just reading something in the new Guerrilla Filmmakers Pocketbook by Chris Jones, where he interviewed a sound designer, and that person pretty much echoed those same sentiments. So I completely agree with that. I think that a lot of first-time filmmakers especially take sound for granted because they're concerned about what the vision of their movie in their head looks like versus how it kind of sounds, I think. And that, that's a learned skill, so.
Oh, of course. One of the other things that we try to tell filmmakers is, we know that it's independent filmmaking tends to be a do-it-yourself system, but if you're going to go in and be the writer, the producer, the DP, the director, and one of the actors, you're probably not going to get a great product. You should really find people that love your vision as well, and can take some of that work away from you so you can really concentrate on what it is you really want to do, and you have other eyes that can kind of look at things in a more objective way.
That's kind of, even somewhat of what we were saying in the, almost in the Samm Levine interview, is that, it's an industry of relationships, and you really need to kind of get outside your circle, your small circle, and explore other people, because there are people out there who, that's their job, is to be a cinematographer. You might be that person who's like, I don't trust anyone behind the camera lens besides myself, but, you might not have the experience that someone else does, and you can, that's their job to know how to do that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so the, you and I now have been working together for a month, working with different First Glance Filmmakers selections. You've got a wide range of films in the First Glance Film Hollywood Festival this year. What is the hardest part about actually managing the festival overall?
The hardest part about managing is that it takes a crap load of time and beyond most people's beliefs, very little money. Most of the money that comes in for our festival, and I don't know how it is for other festivals, goes back into the production of the festival, the website, the programming, the venue, the marketing, the programs, the little extras that we give to our filmmakers. One of the things that we really, pride ourselves in is that every year we try to make it more amenable to the filmmaker. The official selection, everybody goes home happy. We don't go out and try to charge filmmakers for any additional services. And we want to spread, we try to spread the wealth. Mm-hmm. And, it's one of the things that we're learning from your show and from doing things like this is that, filmmakers are looking for other avenues, and they're looking for festivals that aren't just, hey, we'll screen your film and see you later. We're trying to give back to the community, and one of the things that we're trying to do this year is screening share, profit sharing, all those kind of things with filmmakers. And as our festival grows, we're going to be able to put some of that money back into filmmakers' hands. We talked a couple of weeks ago, I think, about any ticket profits that we make this year. A percentage of that will go back into Indiegogo and Kickstarter campaigns that we select.
Now, above and beyond what you even do at the film festivals, I mean, you have a screening series at the Franklin Institute that you just started. That the first movie that it's already been shown, or it's going to be shown shortly.
No, it's actually our first screening is the 17th and 18th of April at the Franklin Institute Franklin Theater, which is an amazing theater. It's a film called Takedowns and Falls, which is also an independently produced documentary about high school wrestling. Basically, what we started, and hopefully you guys will, tweet this information out or Facebook it out. Because of our new relationship with the Franklin Institute, we have at our disposal at this point a 260-seat theater that has capabilities up to 3D. Not that we expect any 3D independent films coming soon. But it's a total profit revenue share screening. There is no cost to screen there through us, and that's why we're curating this project. We want to get the best films that we can get out there. We want to open Franklin Institute to art house films that wouldn't be able to play anywhere else, and we also don't want to charge the filmmakers. So there is no charge, there is no four-wall deal, it's nothing. It's basically the festival kind of acquires these films, and we go from there. And once the film director and or producer talks with the Franklin Institute, they decide what the profit share will be, and if they agree, they go forward, and that's that.
And that's just another way that you guys are trying to get new and interesting films in front of a crowd and be able to get a couple of bucks back into the pocket of other filmmakers and provide a unique experience too. I mean, that's I see a lot of West Coast people starting to do these kind of screening series and stuff too. For instance, Zach Forsman's Cinefist series, Film Courage's Film Courage Interactive with David Brandon and Karen Worden. But you're doing one of the few that I know. There's only other screening series I know on the East Coast, specifically in that area, is the Annapolis Pretentious Film Society in Annapolis, Maryland. That's great that you're definitely doing that. And if you guys don't know who what the movie Takedowns and Falls is, we just actually had director Todd Hickey on the show a week ago. I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and it was he was a great guy. Looks like a great movie, so I highly recommend everyone go out there and check it out.
Yeah, definitely. One of the other things that we're doing in October, which I think is going to be kind of interesting, is hopefully this will take off as well. Is we're creating a Kid Fest, which is basically family-friendly and kid films that are going to play during museum hours. Basically, the Franklin Institute is going to take out their regular programming, and for the entire month of October, we're actually going to be able to do a theatrical run for short filmmakers and feature filmmakers that have family-friendly and kid-oriented films, and that entire month will be run the same way that we're going to run this indie series, is that it'll be a profit share. So it'll be a theatrical run for short films and feature films, and hopefully at that point we could possibly have the Academy recognize us at that point.
Which that's, I mean, from a film festival perspective, that's huge. That means that things that then play at your film festival are eligible for the Academy Award submission.
Yes.
Yeah, so there you go. And there's only a handful of film festivals out there that do that. I mean, I think the closest one to us is Rhode Island, which is the Rhode Island Film Festival up here. I mean, but there's only a handful out there in the country. So that's
yeah, we're hoping.
We're pulling for you. And for folks out there, there are a lot of choices out there for film festivals all around the world. I've worked with Bill now for over a month, and I've interviewed the different directors and actors, actresses, stuff like that over the course of the past month for First Glance Film that have been accepted. And I want to thank Bill for throwing a lot of those people my way and getting me in contact with them. It's been a great month working with you, Bill. Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity to come to LA to cover your fest personally. No,
it should be a lot of fun. You get to meet all these people in person, and me.
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to that, and I kind of say all that to then say, if you are looking to spend your ticket money for a film festival entry fee, as a filmmaker, I can definitely, as a film critic and as someone who kind of keeps tabs on a lot of this stuff, I can definitely tell you that Bill's one of the good guys, and First Glance Film is definitely a must submit in my book.
Even though he doesn't let his sponsors win tickets to other things.
Heck no! Heck no! Oh, come on.
I'm kidding.
You give me crap. You hurt me right here in my heart. But while I have you on the line, I think that it would be only right if you were here to help us congratulate the potential winner of
Oh,
this
yeah. How are we going to do this?
Well, I'll tell you how we're going to do it. I've got a bucket right here, the popcorn bucket.
Can I virtually pull from it?
I wish you could. I could.
Yeah, put it up against the screen, and I'll just act like I'm pulling.
Okay, here you go. So here we go, and I'm Jerry.
Brian's arm should come from off screen and symbolize Bill's arm.
Yeah, except for the fact that everyone's nowhere near where I am. So yeah, we've got people behind the desk, and it's monitoring, and I can't not have someone behind the desk right now. So that being said, I'm mixing up everything that's in the popcorn bowl, all the names. Everyone who's eligible to win has won a prize some other time during the course of the past month from First Glance Film Festival. That was the rub. You had to be active, and you had to be a previous winner. But that being said, what we're giving away, and I hope that this one of these has a green cover, and I know it's going to just green screen right out. It's going to chroma right out on the green screen. But Showbiz Budgeting, and here we go, Showbiz Scheduling Software. I'm only going to show it for a minute. Valued at over $1,000 total. It is the Showbiz Budgeting for film, TV, commercials, corporate music videos, for budgeting and showbiz scheduling with call sheets and production reports. If you guys are looking to continue making professional-looking films, larger films especially, these tools are going to be invaluable to you, and they were given to us generously to give to you by Mr. Bill Ostroff and the First Glance Film Festival, and I'm sure your sponsors.
Yes, my sponsors as well.
So here we go. I'm going to pull out. Well, I'm not going to look inside the bowl pulling it out, so that's just wrong. Excuse me while I whip this out. All right, I've got a name. Oh, I hope he's listening. If he isn't listening, he's going to be a happy monkey regardless, because he's actually crowdfunding his next film right now. Film Courage's own David Brannon. David Brannon. So I think, yes, virtual claps from everybody for David Brannon. Hopefully the new Showbiz Budgeting and Showbiz Scheduling software will help him immensely in his new film, Goodbye Promises, which he's now crowdfunding over on Kickstarter. So, I'm so very happy to, I feel bad because I'm kind of keeping it in the family on this one, but we only syndicate his show. We don't actually put it out. So David Brannon, congratulations, and I'm sure that congratulations will extend to Karen Worden. And actually, Bill, that being said, you're going to meet them at some point next weekend, because they're going to show up.
Well, I've already met them. I've been to 2 of the interactives, and actually,
oh, that's right.
We're starting to sponsor them now too. Don't be jealous.
Oh no, that's it. I feel jilted.
No.
Hurt.
They don't have the show like you do, so we're doing the interactives with them.
Right.
So they have the live shows, but we'll stay with you as far as webcasting.
Sure, fair enough. No, well, so you want to have an open relationship, is what you're saying.
We just want to support independent filmmaking wherever we can, and we're doing what we can to help everyone. Well, I shouldn't say everyone we know, because that would be false, but everyone that we know that are also doing great things, we're trying to do our best to help them out in some way or another.
See, that was the right answer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Bill, thank you very much. Is there anything else that we can possibly do to plug your film festivals? I would love. Can we try to sell some tickets while we're here? Let's sell
Go ahead.
sell some tickets.
That's good. Sell tickets, and that's always good. Obviously, everyone hopefully knows how to get there. It's just go to firstglancefilm.com or go to the schedule, and you can see what's going on. And we have a great weekend. It's $50 for an all-access pass for the whole weekend if you're interested, or tickets start as low as $8 for matinee, $10 for regular shows, $12 for opening and closing nights. We would say, hey, come on out and bring a friend or two or 10. We want to have big lines, and this way you can also meet me, you can meet Nick, and I guess that's all for me.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to be down there. And that being said, I've seen a couple of the films that are going to be there. I've interviewed a lot of the filmmakers that are going to be there. Everyone's been phenomenal. We're really happy with what Bill's doing and First Glance Film Festival is doing for the independent film community. Also, be sure to if you're a short filmmaker, be sure to talk to Bill off air or offline or whatever sometime, because Bill has a couple of ideas to get your short out there a little bit and maybe make you a couple of bucks on the side. So.
Oh right, yes, our distribution thing.
See,
yeah.
I'm on your platform, man. I know what's up.
No, I forgot about that. There's so many things that we're doing. I mean, we just signed 2 producer reps for feature films just yesterday.
There you go. So
we're really excited. Oh, and for anyone who might not be able to make it out to the festival, every night after the festival, we go and hang out at the Formosa Cafe, which many of you may have seen in movies and films for years. We head out there for just kind of like a mix and mingle, non-formal Q&A kind of thing,
and
get people together.
If you can't do any of that, check out the coverage that I'm going to be giving, hopefully on a daily basis, or more than likely on a more than daily basis, while I'm there. And you can check that footage out over at www.filmsnobbery.com, and I'm sure you'll see it also on the YouTube channels for First Glance Film, and over on their website as well, www.firstglancefilms.com. And be sure to follow Bill and the First Glance crew over at on Twitter at twitter.com/firstglancefilm.
Awesome.
All right. Well,
bring lights. I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're lucky I'm bringing a camera that works at this point.
All right, we have.
Nice. Well, that being said, everyone, I think that's all the time we really have for tonight, for not only for Mr. Bill Ostroff here at the First Glance Film Festival, but actually for the show, because we just jam-packed so much stuff, and we just gave away things all over the place, and we had celebrities, and we had Bill, and we had me, which is even worse, and we had Jerry, who,
and me,
well,
which is even worse.
It's a sliding scale. It's Darwinian. It's, start at monkey, end at monkey. And so that being said, thanks everyone for showing up tonight. I had a really great night here with everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. Join in next week, where our guest will be Mark Gant from The Bannon Way, shortly after his multi-streaming award-winning debut over at the Streamies on Sunday. So check it out. So see you guys next week. Have a great one.
Can you